Yes, it's Canadian Tire money that I'm using in the thumbnail. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be filming today's video because it feels like it's been a while since we've just had like an honest heart-to-heart kind of chat about money. I love filming these kinds of videos and I know you guys really enjoy watching them as well. And today's video is going to be 10 things I no longer spend money on that have significantly improved my personal finances. So there are a few things in here that I still spend on from time to time, but the overall goal is just to talk about these things that I've pretty much cut out of my life. I used to spend money on them and I no longer do. And they've really made an impact on my personal finances. So what I mean by that is that on a monthly basis, my credit card statements are lower. I'm just in a healthier financial place every month because I'm not spending on these things as regularly or at all anymore. So before we get into what these 10 things are, I just want to give you guys a little bit of background about me. I know I have a lot of new faces on my channel, so let me tell you a little bit about me before we get into like the pure financial discussion. I guess it's not really pure financial, but before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me introduce myself. So my name is Zoe, I'm 25 and I live in Montreal, Canada. So I was gonna say all prices are in Canadian dollars. Well, all prices are in Canadian dollars for me. I love speaking about money on my YouTube channel because I just love being super honest in a way that hopefully inspires you guys and helps you guys to take control of your personal finances, to like take down that barrier and remove some of the fear around personal finances, but also to share my mistakes and my learnings with you guys so that one, you can learn from me, but two, so that you don't feel alone. I think that there can be a lot of like shame and pressure when it comes to personal finances, like, oh my God, you spend on that, like shame on you. And I am the last person that's gonna shame anyone for spending on anything because I have made so many mistakes in the past. I was living way above my means. I was spending on so much useless stuff. I was using spending to cover up my emotions and to like fill voids within myself. So like I've totally been there. So just know if that's where you are not alone. And while it is a journey to turn your financial situation around, it is absolutely possible. So I used to have about $40,000 of student debt. I paid it off in a little over a year. If that story interests you, I have a playlist with all of the videos about how I did that. We have a friend who just jumped on the couch. Hello. So I'll link that playlist down below. But I'm still not perfect. I'm not perfect by any means. And even though, if you know, you know, the bone is back. This is no, my love. I want to end off this intro by just saying that I am not perfect and I will never ever claim to be. I still make mistakes. I still spend money on things that people, you know, would shame you for. For example, I love clothes. I love buying clothes. I love buying trendy clothes. You know, I'm not someone who buys all of her clothes from the thrift store. My sister is that person and definitely wishes I was. But that's it. I think personal finance is so personal and it just comes down to focusing on the things that you love and the things that bring you joy and canceling out the rest. No one can tell you what to do with your hard-earned money if it is bringing you joy and it's not hurting anyone else. So without further ado, here are the 10 things that I no longer spend money on that have made a significant improvement in my personal finances. So the number one thing that I'm no longer spending money on, and this is the one that I'm going to kind of question you if you feel like you're spending a lot of money on this, and that is Uber Eats. Uber Eats is so expensive. Oh my God, it is so freaking expensive. Let me break this down. First of all, you have the individual cost of an item. So let's say poke bowls. I went through this phase where I was ordering poke bowls on Uber Eats all the time. And if you go to the store and buy a poke bowl, it's already expensive. You know, like fish is expensive and the ingredients that they put in and just poke bowls in general are expensive. But let's say I was to go to my favorite poke bowl shop and I was gonna walk there and order at the counter and get a poke bowl, it would maybe cost me like all in about $18. That's like with tax and tip and everything. On Uber Eats, having that poke bowl delivered will cost you like $30. That is crazy. So why does it cost so much more on Uber Eats? Well, first of all, they jack up the prices of the individual items. And I think it's like either the restaurant that's doing that because Uber takes such a big fee. So already your poke bowl on the app is more expensive. Then there's often a delivery fee. Then there's a service fee. Uber Eats implemented a service fee now, which is between $2 and $4, which is just insane. It's absolutely insane. So you've got, let's say, $1 or $2 for delivery, $2 to $4 for your service fee, which is already, what's that? That's like $5 more. Then you have tax, which tax is on those two pieces, right? So you're really bumping it up. And then, and Uber Eats does this is what they do. They show you the price of your item. Okay, I'm getting my poke bowl for $18. It's a little bit more expensive, but I'm cool with it. Delivery, service fee, tax. You're like, oof, it's expensive. Oh my gosh. But you're like, you know what? I'm really hungry. I want to have it delivered. So you press order. Then comes the screen to tip. So now you have to tip the person who's coming to bring it to your house. And I would say that's like the most worthwhile extra cost, because it's like, yeah, someone's doing a job, they're bringing your poke bowl to you, they deserve to get a tip because they're not really making like an hourly wage, whatever. But all of those fees turn your $18 poke bowl into a $30 poke bowl. And I was Uber Eatsing a lot. I was using the excuse that like I'm very busy at work, I wasn't buying groceries, I just wasn't being proactive with like taking care of my nutrition and just even taking care to make sure that I'm fed. So I was Uber Eatsing a lot. I was also Uber Eatsing with friends, with my boyfriend. And you can go back and see there's like some monthly money updates where I just spent like over $100 in a month on Uber Eats. And that is so much money. So replace Uber Eats by ordering directly from the restaurant, going to pick it up if you can, and also just be prepared with your groceries. Don't let yourself get into a situation where you're always needing to order. Once in a while is fine. This isn't to say that I've like blacklisted Uber Eats, but by being prepared, you can reduce your Uber Eats consumption. Like I know people, especially it's like very common with like the busy young professionals, people who work in finance specifically, Uber Eats like lunch and dinner every single day. Oh, that is so expensive. Like, no. So just if you're Uber Eatsing a lot, this is the one where I'm like, I'm gonna get a little preachy. Reflect on how much you are using Uber Eats and cut that shit back, because it is so expensive. And you can often order directly from the restaurant that you like, still support the restaurants that you like, but not give all of those extra service fees to Uber. So that's my rant about Uber Eats. Number 2 is Amazon. Amazon, 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 this mystical land that takes all of your money. Every single time I go on Amazon, if I go on for one thing, I leave with probably 3 extra things in my cart because they recommend me stuff, or I have like a shipping threshold that I want to meet. And for a while, I was ordering on Amazon maybe once a month, and I would spend like $60 to $100 on stuff from Amazon because they're these little gadgets and things that you think you need. For example, I ordered like these stickers that you put on your wall that a cord, so like a charging cord, goes into, and it holds the charging cord up against the wall. It's super useful, but why did I need a pack of 20 of them, you know? It's just like, they just get you with all these little gadgets, and they're the kind of thing that when you stop looking on Amazon, when you stop going on Amazon, you have no desire for those things because you didn't think you needed them until Amazon like gave you that nudge that you need them. So I just steer clear altogether from Amazon. If I want something, I will go to the dollar store, to Canadian Tire, to Home Depot. Just like I really steer away from Amazon. I just don't like that website anymore. It sucks up all of my money. The next thing I want to say about Amazon is I see these videos on TikTok all the time, or like even on YouTube, that are like my Amazon favorites, like things you need to buy from Amazon. And I watch the videos and it's just like the craziest shit that like no one actually needs. Like it's the kind of stuff that you just buy and like you know, it's like a gadget. So you use it for maybe a month or so and then it just collects dust. For example, that like hairbrush that everyone had, I fell into that trap. I bought that. I don't use it anymore. I just use my regular blow dryer. Like I find everything on Amazon, unless like prove me wrong or don't, because I don't want to spend the money on it. But yeah, I'm like worried about offending someone who like loves Amazon, but honestly, like I've yet to see something in one of those Amazon hauls that is like actually groundbreaking and is actually worth like going into a pit and like spending all this money on Amazon. Okay, number 3, speaking of clothes, is on a whim shopping. I used to be that person that whenever I was bored, I would go to downtown Montreal. If you guys know, you know, there's like St. Catherine Street where all the stores are. And I would just walk around and go shopping, or like I'd go shopping with my friends. Like shopping was the activity. Or if I was stressed after work, that was a big one. If I was stressed after work, I would go to the store and like buy something. Or if I was really happy after work, I would go to the store and buy something to like reward myself. What happens with those on a whim purchases is it's not something you really need or even something that you really want, because it's on a whim, right? You haven't thought about that purchase. You haven't thought about why you want it. With clothes, it's like, how am I gonna wear this? How am I gonna style it? It's just like something, oh, that's cute, that catches my eye, I need it. And then you buy it. And then if you're like me, you never wear it. So I think COVID helped with this a lot, with like the malls being closed, because like I said, I love clothes. So you can put me in any store and I'll find something that I like. I will find something and my brain will be like, you need it, you need it, you need it. But, you know, without putting yourself in the space for temptation, I realized I don't need these on a whim clothes. Now I prefer to shop online because I can just like look at it, take my time, you know, think about it, put it in my cart, come back a day or two later. But I also like to shop in outfits. So before I buy anything, I make sure I have something that I can wear it with. Or if I really love it, I'm like, okay, what do I need to wear this with? Am I gonna buy a whole outfit? Can I afford to buy a whole outfit right now? If I can't afford to buy a whole outfit, then I'm not gonna buy the individual piece because I'm not gonna wear it. So just being more like cognizant while shopping. It doesn't mean you have to stop buying clothes, but I think these on a whim purchases just never work out well. Like if I think back to all of the pieces that I've purchased on a whim, none of them have stuck in my closet. I think everyone has stores that work for them more than others. For example, I have friends that love Zara. They walk into Zara and they find the best stuff and they wear it for years and it's great. I walk into Zara and I see something that's cute and I buy it, and then I'm over it in a few months. I have never successfully purchased, loved, and kept something from Zara. On this other side, Princess Polly, I don't know why, that store just really does me well. Things that I buy from there, I love them, I wear them, and I keep them. So knowing that, you know, if you're a little bit older, you know, when you're younger, I think you're still just like figuring out what stores work for you and for your body type and for your style. But when you get a bit older, if you're a shopaholic like me, you've tried all of the stores, you know which ones work for you, so stick to that. So don't go on a whim shopping in Zara if Zara doesn't work for you. Or don't go on a whim online shopping at Princess Polly if Princess Polly doesn't work for you. Figure out the stores that work for you, plan your outfits, put them in your cart, think about them. No more on a whim shopping, at least for me. All right, the next one, number 4, is haircuts. What the heck? I know. I saw this in I love watching these like what I don't buy anymore videos. And the girl had really long, beautiful hair. And she's like, I don't spend on haircuts anymore. I cut my own hair. And I was like, girl, you're brave. So I don't cut my own hair anymore, but there was a period last summer where I became obsessed with my hair. I got it like chemically straightened. It was like a semi-permanent chemical straightening. And then I was obsessed with having it like this exact length. I had like shorter hair. I really liked it. I had bangs. And so the bangs required maintenance, and this exact length of bob required maintenance. And I was just obsessed with having perfect hair. And I was going every 2 to 3 months to get my hair cut, and that shit was expensive. I was having a lot of fun. I was like, oh, self-care, taking care of my hair. But looking back, I just spent so much money on my hair that like wasn't necessary. I think it came from a desire to be really stylish because I was looking at girls on Instagram who had this like curtain bangs and a bob, and I was like, their hair's so perfect. And I became really obsessed with having like the perfect look when it came to my hair, which I guess stems from insecurity. But yeah, that insecurity and that obsession with looking a certain way caused me to spend so much money. When now I'm kind of out of that phase and I'm just like, let my hair be natural. Like obviously I'm not saying I'm never gonna cut it again. So this is one that's like definitely reduced. But if my hair gets down, like I can wait till my hair gets longer before going back and getting it cut. Like I don't need to maintain this like exact look with my hair because like hair's natural, it grows, and like whether your hair's here or here, like you're still beautiful. You know what I mean? I think the same can go for coloring your hair. And I want to be careful when I say this because some people like coloring their hair as part of their identity and it makes them feel really good. So if that's the case for you, like keep going, keep doing that. But if you're coloring your hair because of insecurity and you feel like you need to be blonde, let's say, or you need to be this exact shade of blonde, so you have to go to the hair salon every 6 weeks, if you're not having fun with that and it's not making you feel good, and if you can't really afford to keep up with those hair coloring treatments, like just reflect. And I just think like, remember, hair is natural. We all have it. And however your hair looks, it doesn't change you. It doesn't change how beautiful you are. So I think, you know, probably the hair industry wants us to spend a lot of money on cutting, treating, coloring our hair, but we really don't need to. Number 5 is manicures. So ever since COVID, I started doing my nails myself. I do my own gel nails. They grow nice and long, and I love doing my nails. Having my nails done has been something that I love for so many years. I started getting manicures like when I was a kid, and I would get like extension tips and stuff, and it was expensive. And I was like working as a cashier at the grocery store and then like going straight to the nail salon to like blow my check on manicures. But as I got older, I started getting these like really bougie manicures that were $60. $60 on my nails. And then COVID hit and I got this gel kit to do my nails at home, and I was like, wait a minute. If I just practice, I can get pretty good at doing my own nails. And basically the gel kit pays for itself in one manicure. So I think, you know, a gel kit with like a couple of colors goes for like $60, $65. You can buy it on Amazon, or you can buy it from like a specific place. Mine is from a company called Madam Glam. You can also buy it from the drugstore, and it pays for itself in 1 or 2 manicures. So the key is practice. Practice makes perfect when it comes to your nails, but yeah, you can save so much money by doing your nails at home. So yeah, I'm not saying I'll never go back to the nail salon, but I really enjoy doing my own nails, and I love not spending $60 on a manicure. I just took a tea break. I realized I've been recording for 20 minutes. I'm like way too passionate about this stuff. Okay guys, number 6 is alcohol. I spoke about this recently in a vlog, but at the moment I am no longer drinking. It's not a forever thing, it's just for now, but drinking is so expensive, whether it's at home or at the bar or at a restaurant. Alcoholic drinks are like 2 to 3 times the price of a regular drink. So I know there's a lot of enjoyment, there's the whole social aspect about alcohol, there's so much that surrounds alcohol, but I'll make it quick. If buying alcohol and drinking alcohol when you're out isn't making you happy, you don't need to do it. I think the social pressure is so strong with this need to have a drink with dinner. But here in Montreal, at least, if you get a cocktail with your dinner, that's adding $12, $13, $14, $15, $16 sometimes to your dinner. So just cutting the drink out altogether, just have water or order like a bubbly water or like a juice or a mocktail. It's gonna be so much less expensive. And if you're only having one cocktail too, like you won't even feel the difference. So yeah, I don't spend on drinks out anymore. Even when I go back to drinking, I'm still gonna really, really reduce the amount of alcohol I have like at a bar or at a restaurant. At a bar, if the purpose is to go out drinking, I think, you know, that's different. But where it really kills you is like you're already sitting down for a nice dinner that's going to be expensive in and of itself. Then adding like practically the price of like another dish just in drinks, I just think is crazy. Number 7 is home decor. I used to be a big home decor shopper. I would buy like little tchotchkes and stuff, like Home Sense, which in the States is Home Goods. I don't know elsewhere what you would call that, but Home Sense and Winners here in Canada were like my vice. And I would go into the home decor section and I would want this new pot for my plants or new candles, like anything home decor related. I thought that I needed because I thought it would create like a more homey ambiance in my house, when really a lot of these things just gather dust. I would get sick of them after a few months, you know, the candles burn through. And it was just expensive, and I was really just throwing my money away on these home decor items. The other thing is I did get to a place where my home felt full. My home felt decorated. I think there's so much like pressure on Instagram and YouTube to continuously flip your home decor. But if just right off the bat, you buy things you love to look at them, they're aesthetically pleasing, you don't need to switch them up seasonally. Like, I think it's wasteful, and it's wasteful with your money. But again, you know, like to me, it's like I do that with clothes. I change my clothes seasonally sometimes, or like I change my clothes every couple of years. So if it brings you joy to do that with your home decor, like who am I to say not to? But just don't feel the pressure to do so unless you really love it. Another thing, you guys, is plants and books have become my decor. I just have books lying around my house, and I think they make gorgeous decor. It's memories of something that I've read or a reminder of something I want to read. And these covers are beautiful. So I just have like books scattered around my apartment, and also plants act as amazing decor and are much cheaper than any of those tchotchkes you get at Winners, Home Sense, Home Goods, etc. Number 8 that I no longer spend money on is groceries. What? Groceries? Zoe, what are you talking about? You just said not to order Uber Eats. Hear me out. I used to feel the need to like stock my fridge at the beginning of every week. So I would go to the grocery store and spend a whole bunch of money, like upwards of $100 on groceries. Then what would end up happening is if I didn't plan my meals, I would have to throw away half of the stuff. Or I would buy like crackers, forget that I bought them because I don't even really eat crackers, and then they sit in my cabinet for like months. I was really wasting money when it came to groceries. So now what I do is I think at the beginning of the week, what do I want to eat? Or what do I want to eat for the next 2 or 3 days? I will then go to the grocery store with my list and just buy what I need for a few days. I used to think that it was a waste of time, or that I would end up spending more money by going more frequently to the grocery store, but I actually find it the opposite. It's so much easier because I just get in and get out with what I need. I'm not like, oh, I could have that. Oh, I could have that. Oh, this is on sale. I just buy what I need and I get out. And if I need to go back in a few days, then I do. I also have found that if I think something's gonna last me like 2-3 days, it sometimes ends up lasting me even longer. So I go less frequently and I'm just spending so much less money. If you look in my fridge, it looks really bare, but I know what I'm making this week or what I'm eating. And I know that I have just exactly the things to make those recipes, and it's super simple. I'm a really like simple cook. I'm not a good cook by any means. But it's simple, and I've started saving so much money and also reducing so much waste by shopping less frequently by shopping more frequently, less big, large grocery hauls. Yeah. Number 9 is makeup and hair products. I used to, similar to clothes where I would just go like on a whim shopping, I would buy makeup just like walking through Walmart or walking through the pharmacy. I'd be like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's on sale. And buy this makeup that would sit in my bathroom for years. And I would never finish it. I would never use it. Like I would have so much. I would also do the same with hair products, where if I saw something that was on sale, I would just buy it. Again, like I used to be obsessed with my hair having like a specific look, but with makeup and with hair, over the years, I've learned the products that work for me, the products that I wear, like on my face or that I use on my hair, and I don't need to buy anything else. Like once you learn what works for you, and like the same is true of skincare, the same is true of clothes, like everything. Once you learn what works for you, you can just stick to that, especially if you're on this personal finance journey where you're really wanting to save money. You know, maybe you don't need the 20 eyeshadow color palette. Maybe you do need it because that's like your form of self-expression and you love that. That's cool. But if you're just buying it because, you know, you saw on Instagram that so-and-so launched a new palette and you're never gonna use it, well, maybe think twice about that. Or if you see something on sale at the grocery store or at the pharmacy, think twice. In general, we have to be careful with things that are on sale because seeing a sale sticker creates this false sense of urgency where you're like, oh my God, it's on sale, I should buy it. But do you really need it? Like, you really need to ask yourself that. I'm so bad with that when I see stuff on sale. Like yesterday I was at the grocery store, I saw granola on sale. I don't even eat granola, but I was like, oh, it's on sale, it's a good deal. I could start eating granola. And I was like, put it down, Zoe, you don't need it. Last one, you guys, number 10 is plants. Plants. I love plants. You see behind me, I have so many plants, but when you get to a certain point, you don't need to buy any more plants because you can propagate your plants. You can cut your plants and make babies with them, and you don't need to spend money on plants anymore. I haven't spent money on plants in probably over a year, unless it was a gift for someone, but now even when it's a gift, I will propagate a plant and give that as a gift. So it's like a free gift, or all I have to buy is the pot. Plants are amazing. They're an amazing way of decorating your house. They're an amazing way of like adding life to your home, but they can be really expensive. And I had fallen into this trap of always buying new plants to the point where my current plants were growing. I was buying new plants and my house was just like a jungle. Like it was too much. Now I will propagate my plants and give them to friends, or if I feel like I need another plant in a certain area, I'll just wait, propagate one, and add it in. And I have saved so much money by not buying plants anymore. I've actually even made money because I've been able to sell some of my plants. I'll link a video down below about what it means to propagate your plants in case you already have some plants and are thinking about getting more. Wait, check out the video down below and propagate your plants to save some money. So you guys, those are my 10 things that I no longer or very rarely spend money on that have significantly made an impact on my budget and on my personal finances. I know some of these were more general and some of these were more personal, but like I said at the beginning, I hope this just inspired you to reflect on the things that you're spending on. What's not bringing you joy that you can cut out? What can you let fall to the wayside? And also reflect, what have you let fall to the wayside, and be proud of yourself. Be very proud, because it's so easy to get caught up in consumption culture. I know that firsthand. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a long one, but I had so much fun spending this time with you. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.